No matter what I say about the Taurus energy, people with heavy Taurus energy are not going to trust it. We're going to talk about all things Taurus energy. You have a Taurus sun, you have a Taurus moon, a Taurus rising, a Taurus Jupiter, which acts very similar to the sun. The energy of the Taurus, of the second house, resists excitability. If a Taurus sun person finds themselves excited a lot, it's not because of the Taurus energy. The Taurus energy is the only thing that could keep a person completely grounded in this reality. There are no fairy tales for the Taurus. It is how it is, what it's going to be. The reality of today will be the reality of tomorrow, which will be the reality of next week, which will be the reality of next year, which will be the reality of 10 years from now. The Taurus does not like change. They hate it. Don't make me change. Don't make me get up from this chair. Don't make me leave this house. I hate the person I'm with, but I'm not going to leave the relationship. Taurus energy is stubborn like a bull. You feel like you want to move faster. You're going to have to put a ring in your nose. And you're going to have to ask somebody to pull you around and get you up. And you're not going to like it. And you're going to groan and moan and kick. Put those horns right up in somebody, because being moved, being forced out of a situation is the last thing that the second house wants. That's why it rules the house. It's why it rules the physical world. All the things that you want. Because a Taurus wants a lot. They want everything. There's a lot of greed here. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of coveting energy that wants to just bring things in and own it. Own the person that they're in a relationship with. Own everything. And they're going to make sure you fit in with their life. They're not about fitting in with your life. You're going to need to fit in with their life. Yes, there's a beautiful side in Taurus. It is a sensual energy. Beauty, it's ruled by Venus. But it's not the most passionate of signs. There is a steadiness about it. Slow and steady wins the race. And this is true with the Taurus. If a Taurus has a goal, they're not going to give up on it. And there's beauty in that, because a lot of people want to see it transpire. They want to see it manifest in a moment after they thought about it. And then when it doesn't, they give up on the dreams. The great thing about the Taurus energy, when you have this in your chart, you can stick with a goal for decades. You can see it in your mind, and you'll know that it won't happen overnight. And you're okay with that. Slowly you will walk toward the goal. Nobody, no one, not even close, has the patience of a Taurus. And this can make them a little conniving. Taurus is going to get their way. This is what the Taurus wants. When somebody is stubborn, it's because they want their way. They don't want to give you your way. No. So Taurus, if you want more people to enjoy your presence, which you don't really want, do you? Like, in the end, you don't really care, right? Like, you want less friends, not more friends. This is typically true with the Taurus. They want less people in their life. They want less influence. They want less outside forces coming in. Now, again, you have to know astrology. And if somebody has a Libra moon, but they're a Taurus, they're going to invite relationships in. I'm talking about just the crystal clear energy of the second house. You have to consider the fullness of the chart. If you want to learn astrology, this is where you should do it. There is a true love for the physical world in the sign of Taurus. Oh, gotta get you a nice car. Oh, you gotta get your body nice. And you want somebody with a nice body. You love a beautiful home. You love a really great meal. And you want to take your time with it. Taurus loves the good things in life. Money, jewelry, clothes, all of these things are ruled by the second house. And it can't just be any old money or any old jewelry or any old clothes. It should be designer. It should be the Franklins. It should be maybe the crypto wallet that you carry. It needs to be the best of the best. You invest in gold, antiques, silver, anything that has a perceived value that other people would consider valuable. You want, you need, you must have, and you're going to be real patient while you go get it. This is Taurus. Slow, steady. I'm going to have some good sex while I'm on my way to the top. Astrology truly is the seasons and the code of life. And in Aries, you're just getting things going. You're plowing the fields. In Taurus, you're physically planting the seed. And the reason that the land is associated with the Taurus is because they are patient. They know if they plant it today, it's going to be a beautiful tree in 20, 30 years. And the Taurus is willing to wait 20 to 30 years to see that come to fruition. You know, food is a big deal to the Taurus, and they'll eat good food. Unless they've got really bad aspects, then they may eat some junk food. But the Taurus needs to be careful. I've seen a lot more than any other sign probably with serious weight issues. You know, you could go that way, you could go that direction where you become obese because you covet all the food and you think about all the food and it's always on your mind. And you know, this is second house stuff. This is real. This is the real deal. Everybody knows that the Taurus can be super boring. You have a conversation with them and the reaction you get is, yeah, awesome, cool, yeah, awesome, good, it's great, yeah, dig. Y'all can be so lazy that you won't even say hi when you see people on the street. You can just be like this. That's probably a little enthusiastic. It's more like this. That's probably too much too. They're extraordinarily distrustful. You know, on the zodiac, you always have your opposite. They're opposite, but there's a lot of similarities. And in the Scorpio, they're going to be super paranoid. And they're going to do their research on absolutely everything. And on Taurus, they're just not going to want people around because it causes a disturbance in their life. Taurus is a wonderful one to go on a romantic date with and to go for a beautiful walk on the beach with or have a beautiful meal. But if you're looking for a conversationalist, you're not going to find it here, which is interesting because they're ruled by the throat. Typically, you'll find Tauruses to have these great big throats and deep voices. And the women have these big round faces. There's a lot of possessiveness here. It's not like once you accumulate all of these earthly things that you're going to want to just, let the whole world in on it. You're not going to want to share. There's a possessiveness within these people where they might cling to you a little bit. Might kind of feel like they're weighing you down a little bit. When they find somebody that they do like, they're all in and there's no sharing. The Taurus has to be real careful about falling into a rut. There was ever a sign that was going to fall right into the rut and drive in the rut for the rest of their life and never pull out of that rut, it's going to be the Taurus. You have a lot of heavy Taurus energy. You're going to find it really difficult to change course. And so you're going to have to look for other places in your chart to grow and expand your consciousness and think differently, because the Taurus doesn't want to think outside of the way they think now. Not the most open-minded energy in the universe. A Taurus will be one that you want to hug, and you just want to hug them and love them and hug them and hug them and hug them and hug them. They have an earthly type of energetic appeal. And because they don't talk a lot, you can hug them and they're not just like wanting to tell you all of these things. It's just chill. It's always chill. It's forever chill. A Taurus energy, in and of itself, the pureness of Taurus energy is very quiet, but it's heavy. You can feel it in every room in the house. It's like a truckload of dirt being delivered, right? And if you get buried under that dirt, it's heavy. There's this aura that has a thickness to it, a weight to it. And they can be exhausting, actually, when you walk away, when you step away, you're like, why do I feel the way I do? Because it's that earth energy sort of coming on you. Taurus energy hangs on to a grudge, hangs on for dear life, as if they'll die if they didn't have that grudge. So to all my friends and family, all of our spiritual community out there, I would just urge you, if you have Taurus energy, to let these things go. And it won't be easy, but it weighs you down, makes you miserable. And the earth signs already have an element of a depressed state to them. Just realize that you do have a tendency to begrudge, to hold on to carry, to collect any kind of offense. And it'll serve you well if you can tap into other energies in your chart and let these things go, because you don't want that depressed state to take over and to rule your world. You have gardens to plant. You got cars to buy. You got money to make, wallets to fill. You got good meals to have. There's a simple beauty about the Taurus energy. Don't fall too deep into the darkness of that feminine, of that negative, of that receptive sign. Sometimes you need to leave the house. Sometimes you need to change up the routine. Sometimes it's okay to wear something other than designer. Taurus, indulge in being yourself. When you tap into the fullness of that and you're willing to share it, you can be a king and a queen in this world, because you are ruled by the divine, ruled by Venus, and you rule all things that are earthly and of value. Make sure you like and subscribe. Kiss that like button for me. Just kiss it and watch all the videos in this series. Oh yeah, get a crown.